Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bayline. I've been doing some Instagram lives since we've been in quarantine, and I've been getting a lot more questions on hair care and how to make your hair grow or retain length. So I decided to do kind of like a series, I guess you could call it, on some reasons why most people aren't retaining length. I'm also going to be inserting some clips from the live in here as well, just to make sure I don't miss anything. If you have any questions or need answers to anything else, leave your comments below and I'll make sure to answer all of them. If I don't know an answer to something, then we're gonna learn together, because I'm gonna look it up. If it's one thing I like to do is to research hair care, healthy hair and hair growth and stuff like that. Thumbs up this video for more videos like this if you like this type of video. So yeah, stay tuned as we learn about some of the reasons why your hair is not growing, or actually why your hair is not retaining length. So basically I wanted to do a series, or something like a series of me explaining some of the reasons that people cannot retain hair length. Most people say why their hair is not growing, but I'm actually going to say why you can't retain length, because that is the biggest issue with hair growth. Because first of all, hair grows, it does grow. Your hair does grow unless you have something medically wrong. Everybody's hair grows, otherwise you wouldn't have to shave your legs and stuff like that, get your eyebrows done. So your hair does grow, but most people cannot retain length because they're avoiding doing the biggest, most helpful thing there is in order to help you have length or help your hair stay long and healthy. People don't like to get trims, they don't like to get haircuts or trim, but what people don't understand is that that is how you prevent split ends, dead ends, damaged ends, because that's the number one reason why people's hair break. From my experience as a hairstylist, most people that come to me, they're like, I don't know what I'm doing, it's like my hair doesn't grow, it just stays the same length. And I'm like, but you notice the new growths. If you notice the new growths, then your hair is growing. It's just that because you're not cutting off the damage or dead ends as they come, so your hair keeps breaking. A lot of the times when you have split ends, it travels and travels and travels from like the ends of your hair, and sometimes it goes all the way to the roots, or as close as to your roots as possible, because you're not cutting it. Whenever you have dead ends, split ends, uneven ends, if you don't cut it, it's just there, you're not solving the problem, so therefore your hair continues to be damaged and brittle, and it breaks. Like a lot of people, when they touch their hair, they notice that soon as they touch it, it breaks. That's because your hair is damaged. Having weak ends, damaged ends, all of that is a reason why your hair is falling out and not growing. If you see your hair, most of the time, one way you'll know if you have dead ends or damaged ends is the ends of your hair will be completely lighter or a different shade than the rest of your hair. Without you even coloring your hair, the ends of your hair look kind of like a brownish reddish color. It gets lighter. That's damage. Another way you could tell if your hair is damaged, your ends are damaged, you need to cut them off, is if you look at the ends of your hair, you see these little balls or knots, or if you have like a hair strand and the strand it looks like it's split into different pieces, that's split ends. You got to get rid of that. Split ends is you have one hair strand and then it starts to split at the tip, and then one hair strands turn into two splits, 3 splits, 4 splits, 5 splits, however many splits in one hair strand, and it's gonna keep building up, getting different pieces. That's split ends. You got to get rid of that. If you don't get rid of your split ends, then your hair is just gonna keep being damaged. You have to cut it off. And then something else people do is when they go to get their hair cut or they go trim the ends, they don't trim the amount that they need to trim off. If this is one hair, right, and it splits into different pieces, so this one here is the lowest. In order for you to get rid of the split ends, you would have to cut right here. But if you're cutting here, or if you cut here, then it's split still down here. So it's just gonna need to trim off. I know that people are scared to cut their hair. Some people don't know how to cut hair. That's an issue. My biggest advice is to find somebody who knows what they're doing. Don't do it yourself. Find somebody that knows what they're doing and have them trim off the dead ends or the split ends or whatever. If you don't cut off what you need to cut off, then your hair is going to keep being damaged. Your hair is going to keep breaking, and your hair is gonna look like it's not growing. Even though it's growing, it's gonna look like it's not growing because it's breaking as it grows. That's like the biggest thing I find with people. They think their hair is not growing when in actuality it is growing. You're just not retaining length because you're not cutting off the dead ends or the damaged ends, split ends, and stuff like that. I'm going to insert some pictures of what dead ends and damaged ends look like. Hey, look at how far you've made it to the video. So go ahead, thumbs up this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So you can kind of do your own self-assessment and see where you go from there. Trim your ends. Get your trims as needed. Some people need it every month. Some people need to trim their ends, you know, every 3 months, every 8 weeks. It just depends on you, how well you care for your hair and where you're at with your hair right now. Like if you take really good care of your hair, you sleep with a silk or satin bonnet, you take care of your hair, then I'm pretty sure you don't need to trim as often. But if you're not treating your hair too good, then you're probably going to need to trim your hair more often than anybody else. Look out for the next video answering your questions. As always, don't forget to leave the comments below. Let me know what you think. So follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna leave the link somewhere. I don't know. Follow me on Instagram for more, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. My hair is growing. This bob is growing out, you guys. I need to cut.